Well, cool, Charles. Great to have you again. What
Yeah,
are we going to go over today? The gold card and yet another, international
exciting.
tax thing that's
Yeah,
come out pretty quickly. And, you kind of wonder, is there a big master plan to this? But it seems like there is because some of these things are seemingly working together. They're just kind of being trickled out. But you want to kind of give us a high level on what you're seeing as far as what the details of the gold card are?
you know, again, this is all speculative, right? But I do think that we'll know a lot more within a couple of weeks. The administration says that they want this to implement this pretty quick. And it basically says, hey, if you've got $5 million and you want to have access to travel in the U.S. Freely, you can pay $5 million, and they call it an investment, but I don't, you're not going to get that $5 million
It
back. So I'm
doesn't
not
it
sure if
doesn't
the
look like
investment.
it's an equity investment, whereas the EB5, it was $1 million. It wasn't an investment in an operating company or real estate in
That's
the US, creating like minimum of ten jobs. I'd be surprised if they completely did away with that, if there's actually room for negotiation, if it does go through Congress. I mean, it seemed like that was a really good program. I know me and you've had quite a number of clients that have come over on the EB5,
sure.
and they've created a lot of jobs, which has been great. So I'd be surprised if they completely did away with it. But yeah, it does seem like it's not an equity investment. That this is kind of a fee that you pay to get the right to be a citizen of the U.S. and resident of the U.S.
That's right. Yeah. I'm with you. It would surprise me if they completely did away with the EB5 program.
Right.
But I mean, the goal, as you're probably reading and seeing, is to reduce our deficit, the
Yeah.
U.S.'s deficit, and they're anticipating that there might be upwards of 1 million folks that would want to purchase this gold card.
And we did a call not too long ago about the proposed changes in the global tax treatment for U.S. citizens, so that you'd be mostly taxed on your income earned in the U.S., even if you were living abroad. So if somebody was moving from one of the high tax European countries like France or Sweden or Germany, then potentially it's just the U.S. tax system would only tax U.S. source income. But to your point, like the US has always had, all these countries also have exit taxes. So it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
such a slam dunk.
yeah. So I don't know if this gold card's necessarily a move, or to try and incentivize people to move here permanently, right?
Oh, okay.
Because if they do live in a country that has an exit tax, they're likely going to have to pay an upfront cost to that country to kind of relinquish their residency, and then they also have this $5 million upfront cost to
Yeah.
purchase a green card. So yeah, interested to see what how this evolves over the next couple of weeks, and there's some experts saying, well, can you do this without Congress's approval?
Hmm.
And so we'll just have to hang out and see what happens.
And it's been a popular program for other countries trying to attract investment, like Portugal's golden visa. I think Greece, a lot of countries have it. Spain has had it. I think slowly but surely they have a window of time, brings in a lot of investment, and then they try to close that window because sometimes it brings in too much.
I also believe those prices for their golden visas are not. I don't think it's $5 million.
Oh no, no, they're way low. I
So
think it's like
that's right.
Portugal
Yeah. So
500K.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
Spain's about the
So
same. Greece is like 250.
and I was reading one article that they mentioned if you could incentivize 10 million folks, well, now you just paid off the deficit, and but I don't know
A lot of people.
how
That's
likely
a
that
lot
is,
of
right?
people.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I think we'll just have to wait to see if they'll
Yeah.
set a sunset provision, or when it will set to expire.
Yeah. I don't know if the market's that large
No,
that's
I
possible.
don't. Yeah, I
Um,
would. It would shock me if 1 million folks signed up by the end of the year.
for sure. Well, cool, man. Well, I just want to get your quick thoughts on that. Obviously, it's now got to work its way through legislation and actually get signed, but it's an interesting development. It's seemingly working with that other proposal on the global residency tax scenario. So always a pleasure, Charles. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Trevor.